Today, I'm doing two things that I've never done before on this channel.
Clear.
And one of them leaves me with a bit of a repair bill. And that's all I'm telling you for right now. But trust me, you'll want to see how this actually plays out.
Oh, dude, this thing is nuts. I love this plane.
Hey, I'm Brett. Flying isn't just about where you're going, it's about where you can go. From rugged backcountry strips to the edges of the map, I'm chasing adventure, one landing at a time. So buckle up and come along. We are cleared to adventure.
Cessna 904 Alpha, radar services are terminated. You are cleared to adventure.
The other day, I was in SoCal when I got a text from a friend that I've known for over 20 years. And he basically said, "Hey man, are you in town? Let's go fly." Now, to be fair, we haven't flown together in almost 15 years. And I had no idea what he had in mind for me.
What is up, guys? We're here at Long Beach, and I'm gonna do something that I've never ever done on this channel. And it's all because of this guy right here. So this is my buddy Thomas.
How's it going?
Thomas and I have been friends since
2005.
Was it 2005?
2005 or 6.
We're really dating ourselves right now. The last time you and I flew together was like 2008.
Yeah.
And the last time I've flown a Nosewheel airplane was probably about the same time. So today, we're taking OCR's Cessna 182 that has been totally decked out. This thing is, dude, in a nutshell, rad would be the word that I would use to describe this. Talk to me about it a little bit. So it's IO 550
Airplane's IO 550 conversion.
Yeah.
300 horsepower. It's got the new prop as well.
Yeah.
New paint, new interior. There's nothing that wasn't done on this airplane.
Yeah. I'm worried.
You're gonna have fun, dude. We're gonna.
So, I'm worried for two reasons.
Why's that?
Reason number one, I haven't flown a Nosewheel in a really long time. Second reason is that I'm worried I'm gonna buy this thing.
Okay.
So, honey, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry, but I might be buying another airplane. Anyways, so if I get kicked out, can I like live in the hangar here?
I'm in the neighborhood you want
So
to be anyway. So
the good news is I have a place to stay if I do buy this and my wife kicks me out. So let's get in and let's go see what 300 horsepower in a 182
let's jump
can
in.
actually do.
Now, if you've been around this channel at all, you know that I pretty much live in the tailwheel world. The Cessna 170, the Cessna 180, and the Piper Pacer. And sure, we do have the Bonanza in our fleet, but if you've ever flown a V-tail Bonanza, you know that they're not a normal Nosewheel. So when I walked out onto the ramp at OCR Aviation and saw what we'd be flying, it wasn't what I was expecting.
Runway 20 Charlie Romeo, Lamy runway 26 left, taxi Foxtrot.
Foxtrot 26 left with Renham. 0 Charlie Romeo.
All right, you're clear left,
Clear left, all right.
This is a 1977 Cessna 182, but it's not your grandpa's Skylane. OCR had turned it into something entirely different. An airplane's IO 550 with 300 horsepower, a Hartzell Super Scimitar prop, an Airglass heavy-duty nose fork, 850 tires, and a gross weight bump to 3,100 pounds. If you're curious, I'm looking to add another plane to the fleet. And before you light me up in the comments, yeah, I know, I just bought the Skywagon, and I know that I have a problem, but this is not the place that we need to be discussing it, and this aircraft would be for Aurora, not me, and so that's exactly how I would justify this.
Skylane 0 Charlie Romeo, wind 200 at 10, turn left at the river, runway 26 left, clear takeoff.
Left of the river, here we go, 0 Charlie Romeo.
Lined up on runway 26 left at Long Beach, I firewalled all 300 horses, and that acceleration was strong. But what surprised me was how quickly it rotated. It launched off the runway like a rocket.
Ready for a climb?
Ready to go.
2,100 feet a minute. Yeah, baby.
521.
And I'm not even pitched back. Like, this is like VY, man.
Like 6,500?
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you know what 6,500 is, bro?
No, I don't even know what 6,500 feels like. This is a great airplane.
Coming from my 180, I'm used to a serious leg workout on the right rudder, especially at high power settings. But the 182 tracked straight, almost 2,500 feet per minute on the climb, and my right leg was still fresh.
What do you think, Brett?
I love this airplane, man. I love this airplane. I love that I don't really have to think flying this airplane.
Oh,
It just goes. And I mean, I haven't even pulled power back. I probably should. I'm just running this thing hardcore. Overall, visibility is great. I was expecting with this size of a dash that you wouldn't have a ton of forward visibility. Visibility is phenomenal.
Now, if you don't know anything about my wife, most of her hours are in Nosewheel aircraft, so this airplane would literally be in her wheelhouse, pun intended. On paper, this setup should haul Aurora, 2 kids, and pretty much anything that we could throw in it without breaking a sweat. But numbers don't always tell the full story. Leveling at cruise, Catalina was already in sight. Just 22 miles away, but it feels like a world apart. Before the ferries and the yachts took people out to Catalina, the Tongva people called it Pimu for thousands of years. Spanish explorers showed up in 1542, and centuries later, chewing gum tycoon William Wrigley Jr. bought the island, built the resort town in Avalon, and even brought the Chicago Cubs here for spring training. Hollywood has used it several times over the years, especially as a stand-in for the South Seas. And then during World War II, the military carved the famous airport in the sky by leveling 2 mountaintops. And that is exactly where we were headed today. From 5 miles out, the runway looks like it was sitting on top of a cliff. Because, well, it is. That makes the approach here one of the most interesting that you can fly in Southern California. In fact, most flight schools require you to get a specific checkout to be able to take one of their aircraft to Catalina. For me, it was about to be my first Nosewheel landing in a Cessna in over 6 years. I rolled final with just enough crosswind to keep me honest, touched down, and somehow we were still in one piece.
Well, we made it to Catalina, and I didn't screw up the airplane. But we still have a landing to go, so how'd I do? Like 1 to 10, 1 out of 10, 10 being the best landing you've ever seen. No one on the plane could have spilled their champagne. 1 being, well, it wasn't a 1, because 1 would have been we went off the runway. So how'd I do?
You want to tell the truth?
Yeah.
No, you got. I'd say that's a solid 8-9. You did a good job, man. A little bit mad at the center line,
I don't land on center lines.
but you know we did good.
We don't have center lines in dirt. Anyways, yeah, so this thing, let me walk you around this plane. Hang on a second. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I really want to show you guys this airplane, but I kind of don't. And I want to because it's a really cool plane and somebody should buy it. But the reason that I don't is because I want that somebody to be me. And so, I don't know. What do you think? Put in the comments if I should buy this airplane and if my wife should forgive me for buying this airplane. Because, I mean, look at this. Hartzell Super Scimitar prop. Look at this engine, man. Like, look how clean that thing is. Oh, dude, this thing is gorgeous. Big old fork on it. Look at the tires. Like, this would do so well at home. And they got the Knots to You lights. So oh, and then I didn't even show you this part. Let me show you the interior on this thing. Look at the stitching on these seats. Like, I don't know, man. I want to buy this so badly. So I don't know. Drop in the comments. Should I buy it? Is my wife gonna kill me? Can you maybe put some positive words of like positive affirmations in the comments on why my wife shouldn't kill me for buying this? Anyway, let's go get a bite to eat. Let's go get a bite to eat.
After lunch, I decided to flip the script. My buddy Thomas flies Gulfstreams for a living. 95% of his flying is in flight levels. And it had been a really long time since he'd flown low and slow in a Cessna. So I wanted to make sure that he got the full, let's call it the experience.
Catalina traffic, 820 Charlie Romeo, taxi now for 21. Catalina.
Derek, our passenger in the back, is working on his private pilot certificate. So it was time to show him a textbook soft field takeoff. Or as textbook as a guy with exactly 0.4 hours in a Cessna 182 in the last 6 years can do. Full back pressure, nose wheel light, and we were airborne before we'd used even half the runway. But it was on that takeoff that I did something that would later come back to haunt me.
All right, so we came over here at an altitude that was, well, let's just say uncomfortable for me. This is an altitude that is comfortable for me. So, Derek, you're working on your private, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I advise you to learn to love low and slow, but not too slow.
I like the sound of that.
Do a little bit of everything, man. There's not just one type of aviation. Otherwise, you end up like Thomas and just do, 400 knots all the time.
It's actually 500 and it's in the 40s.
My bad. Sorry.
We dropped down the backside of the island and we hugged the shoreline. From up here, you can see the kelp beds stretching like ribbons below the surface, the cliffs catching that late afternoon light, and of course, the Avalon Harbor opening up like a postcard. We wrapped around the island and then climbed back toward the mainland. And I figured that it was time to try one last thing before calling it a day.
So not only am I excited to watch you land this thing again,
Oh God,
I'm excited to watch you do the GPS in Long Beach. The GPS Zulu. Do you want an approach brief, or are you just gonna? You want me to walk you through it? Or
you're gonna run really good right seat for me today, because I haven't done a GPS approach in Long Beach in
just
years.
like an ILS. Just instead of being green needle, it's blue needle.
That's
or
true.
Not blue needle, magenta, I should say.
That's true.
On the way back, I loaded up a practice RNAV approach to runway 30 using the Garmin G3X. And here's the thing. I absolutely love that OCR installed a state-of-the-art G3X in this aircraft. It is an absolutely perfect addition to this airplane. But at the end of the day, I'm a Dynon guy through and through. Me trying to run a G3X is like handing me an Android device after a lifetime of iPhones. Sure, I somehow managed to get through it, but it doesn't exactly work the way that I'm used to.
All right, we've made it.
So yeah, I stumbled through the approach and I made it work. But I'm really glad that this wasn't an actual IMC, because instead of laughing at me like he was today, Thomas would have had to step in and figure out how to do the approach himself. Somehow, my second landing at Long Beach was an absolute greaser. And I'd love to tell you that it was muscle memory that was coming back to me, or that it was skill, but let's just be honest. Luck probably had more to do with it than any form of skill.
Oh, that was like a centerline greaser, Brett.
Could you give us
I had to impress you, after the last comment of how much I hated the center line.
Turn for that one now.
That was like a centerline greaser.
We taxied in, and that's when the other first for the day happened.
All right, well, I would say that was mission accomplished. On departure, they asked for a short field or a soft field departure. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm used to doing this in Tailwheel, so I think I did a little bit of damage. I broke their camera. Which means, so I may have drug it just a little bit. No scratches on the plane, but I totally destroyed their camera. So maybe they should switch to Insta360. Just saying.
So giving a nose wheel to a tailwheel guy comes with some risk.
Anyways, that was a super fun flight. I'm really glad you guys got to come along with me. Thomas, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Sorry I'm holding the camera with this hand. But we need to do this more often.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, like we were talking about. We met in 2005. Here it is in 2025.
That's crazy.
And
we're old.
We've surfed together. We scuba dived together. Now we're flying together, you know.
And it's full circle, too, because it's kind of funny. So Thomas and I used to fly right down there together. And now here we are, what, 4 hangars down.
Right where it all started.
Right where it all started, which is kind of bananas. This thing is probably one of the sweetest 182s I've ever seen. I've flown brand new ones before, and I think this is absolutely better than new. If you're seriously in the market and you want a crazy cool airplane that can do literally anything that you want, give the guys over at OCR a call. Thomas, I'm sure, will be glad to talk to you all about this airplane.
So what do you think? Should I buy this airplane or not? Let me know in the comments. And for those of you that want to see all the details before you tell me if I should or shouldn't buy it, I'll drop a link to the listing in the description. Just please, and I mean please, don't buy it before I do. Thanks for coming along with me on this one. I know it was a little bit different, but I'll see you in the next one.
Cessna 904 Alpha, radar services are terminated. You are cleared to adventure.